coming to you with a quick video on tactics to avoid getting got, being played like a chump. And one of the ways that I have managed to avoid, being really damaged is I hold people to the same standards that I have always been held to. It weeds people out. Now, if you're a black woman, I know you've been held to the highest standards since your very early childhood, and there was no leniency. I had the same experience. I have always been held to an extremely high. My parents had extremely high expectations upon me, and it wasn't just my parents. It was all of society. School, religious community. And the religious community, I was compelled to do that. School, I was actually self-motivated. I understood that I needed an education. How was I going to take care of myself when I got grown? Especially with my parents telling me every single day about how hard it was out there. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I've had the very highest expectations placed on me. Religious life was a compulsion. It was forced upon me. I actually, I would push back. I would push back. I asked a lot of questions until, my father just raged to the point. I could tell he was getting sick of it, and not just like everyday sick. He was really irritated by me asking these questions that he couldn't answer. So I started asking him. But, I was watching everything that he did, and he did not practice the religion that he claimed. So it really diminished my respect for him. But that was not only just true for him. I found that to be true, throughout my life. These people that have these extremely high expectations of you usually expect leniency from you if they mess up. You know what I mean? These are the people who do not keep their promises. My parents were oath breakers, both of them. They did not keep their word. They said that they would do something and they did not do it. But let me say that I'm going to do something or agree to do something that, I was literally pressed into. And it's like gospel. You know what I mean? They expect you to definitely keep your word, and if you don't, you're going to be ridiculed and like your character assassinated. But them, always leniency. Or if they won't even admit that they said that they did it. You know what I mean? Let me be more clear. I had the experience often growing up where my parents, and this was both of them, would say that they would do a thing, or would say that they, whatever it was, take me somewhere, buy a thing for me, whatever it was. When it came time to fulfill the promise, they would just simply blow it off like they didn't even make the promise. Like they didn't say that they were going to do what they said they were going to do. And either they would tell me that I was making a mountain out of a molehill, they're tired, they'll do it next week, so it was either pushed off, or they would say that they never even say that. They would basically call me a liar and say that they never gave their word. And I was never a liar. I was always extremely honest. And when your little kids really don't lie. You know what I mean? So they got you there looking all confused, and you're sitting there like, because they're like very convincing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what they told you or something. So, that was one of the things that really bothered me. It really left a scar on me from my childhood. And I started in my childhood holding people to as soon as I got a little bit of agency, and I took my agency in stages, I had to take it. I started holding people to the same standards that I had been held to. and still am today, to this very day, held to the very highest standards in every area of life. My behavior in society. We know what's going to happen if I lose my cool. I get enslaved to the prison industrial complex. We know what also happens if I lose my cool at work. I lose my employment. We know what happens, with family members, you know what I mean? They got the highest expectations of you, but, it's give, and you don't never get anything back. This is how you weed them out. You hold them to the same exact standards that you have been held to. And the first time they fuck up, cut them off. And I'm not saying cut them off as far as cut off all contact, but stop dealing with them on that level. People know when you're not fucking with them no more. I know for me, it was literally just a pullback. It was a pullback. And I was very consistent with it to the point where I had people saying, oh, you just not effing with me no more, huh? You just not messing with me no more, huh? And I wouldn't give a yay or nay. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. They got the message. And everybody will get the message. It's very, very clear. But that's what you gotta do. Especially, black women. You have to hold people to the very same expectations, the highest standard that you have been held to. And if they can't cut it, you have to cut it, or literally you won't survive. You won't make it in this world if you don't play the game. Cut them off. If they can't hack it, you cut them off. Don't deal with them on that level. You only deal with them to the level that you have to deal with them. And if you don't have to deal with them at all, don't. And that's how you weed people out. That is how you weed people out. Hold them to the exact same expectations and standards that you are held to by everybody. And watch and see how people fall to the wayside, because they just can't handle it. So this has been my tactic of the day. I will return with more, but I hope that you've heard me and that you start doing this. I think that you will see an immediate change in your dealings with people. You know what I mean? People will not take you as a chump. People will not try to play you like some sort of flunky when they realize that you're not having it. Then they go find somebody else. They really will. That's how it's going to go. So, this is Self-Centered here. I will see you next time in a new video. And I hope this has been helpful.